Mic check. All right. Good day, everyone. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live broadcast from Olaniyi King. And hope you guys are well and you're having a good day so far. So, in case you just joined in, there's nobody coming on now, but I do know most of us are at work. But anytime you're watching this, please do make sure to put in your comment, and also I'm going to appreciate it if you can share it. So last week Saturday I talked about the topic. It's a very, very strange topic, mental decadence, and some people really are still finding it difficult to believe that we're actually in this era. I've actually been thinking on this for a long time, and it's getting more and more visible every day with the things happening around us, especially in Nigeria and Africa. And all you need to do is just to take note while going out in the morning, going to office, you're going to your work, anything you're doing. Take note, go out, just take note of your environment. Or starting from when you're in the bus, if you're driving a commercial bus, if you're driving your private car, just be observant. I want you to observe what is happening around you. Observe the environment, observe the society. You're really going to understand something, that it's almost as if there's brain drain. It's almost as if there are people that have heads and no brain inside. With the way we do things. There's a common thing I used to see every time when I go to work in Lagos, and it's always disheartening to me because so many people are not well equipped mentally. And if we are well equipped mentally, we're going to be way ahead of where we are right now in Nigeria. And so I'm going to be talking about the symptoms of mental decadence. So what are these symptoms? You might say, okay, fine, I've introduced you to what mental decadence is. Okay, you now believe that we're in the era of mental decadence, right? So, but how would you know? Yeah, you can hardly hear. Thank you. Yeah, today I'm not with my mic. I'm not with my staple mic. Yeah, so I'm going to try as much as possible to be loud. I hope it's getting better now. I'm going to try much as possible to be loud. Yeah, I don't know. Can you hear me now? Is it better now? Demisola, thank you very much for joining in, and thank you for sharing the video. I'm going to try as much as possible to speak louder. Okay, so what are the symptoms of mental decadence? What are the symptoms of mental decadence? Number one, I'm going to be sharing, I think 10 or 11. Thank you very much. It's better. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's better. I'm going to shout today. I left my staple mic somewhere. I left it at my aunt's place and my cousin's place. So I have to use my voice today. So the number one symptom that you know, that you use to identify mental decadence is no desire for knowledge. No desire for knowledge. No desire for knowledge. You are just okay the way you are. You don't want to learn new things. You don't want to read about new things. You don't want to hear the news. You don't want to know what is happening in the US. You don't want to know what is happening all around you. That is the number one symptom that you might be having mental decadence. So because it's a disease. So I've come to realize that it's a disease, but we are not seeing this disease. It's more like an invisible disease. You don't want to disturb yourself. You just want to be go to work, come back, and everything is okay. It is very, very, very dangerous because you're going to be cut out of the world. You're going to be cut out of everything that's happening in your environment. You are not updated. You don't have knowledge. And even the Bible says that, knowledge is power. And it says that my people perish for the lack of knowledge. So knowledge is not something that people just throw at you or you just wake up to know. You desire it. And when you desire that knowledge, you're going to get answers. So you ask yourself questions. Why is this happening this way? Why will the police harass me? You ask yourself, do the police have the authority to harass me? Do they have the authority to check my tire or whatever? You have knowledge. When you have knowledge, you have power. Okay? I don't want to dwell much on that. But if you are seen or you discover that you don't have the desire for knowledge, you don't crave for knowledge, you don't want to know new things, you might be having, the symptom of mental decadence. Okay? The symptom of mental decadence. So number two, This one is very, very, very prevalent and common. Get rich quick schemes. Everybody wants to get rich. Everybody wants to get money without working. Now, whatever you're going to do that is going to promise you, I see so many things on Facebook and I laugh. You're going to put in 40,000 and within 3 months you're going to get 2 million. What? Is that kind of magic? It's very, very tricky. Very, 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 very tricky. And some people we actually falling for that. Now, what is common in this age, especially in this age of in this era of recession, people want to make money quickly. They want to make money quickly without actually working, without actually adding value, and they're looking for quick ways to make money. That is number 2 symptom. So if you find out that you are in that category, you just want to make money and you don't want to work. That is a symptom of mental decadence. That means you're not thinking. That means you don't want to engage your brain. Anything that is going to give you money and you're not engaging your brain, you're not engaging your body, or you're not doing something, that is not hard work. It is a mental decay. You want to have what other people are having with sweat. You want to have it easily, and that's stealing. And that's what is going to encourage. That is what is encouraging Yahoo boys nowadays. You want to hammer. You want to get 3 million, 4 million. Some people are working day and night. Some people are sweating. Some people are going for their MSc. Some people are going for their PhD, just to make sure that they increase their earning capacity. And you just want to sit down there and want to call somebody and you want them to send you money. Get rich quick scheme. So if you actually believe, or you are part of those people that promote these get rich quick schemes, and you're constantly looking for get rich quick schemes, you are likely to have one of the symptoms of mental decadence, because you want to do things easy. You want to go through the easy way. And that actually promotes laziness, which is number 3. That actually promotes laziness, which is number 3 of the symptom, the third symptom of mental decadence. You become lazy. Now, laziness actually is not something that starts from your body. It's actually your mind. Now, when the mind does not want to think, you don't want to engage your mind. And that is why some people, they find it very, 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 very difficult to even finish school. They find it very, very difficult to get education, to get educated, because it is so stressful. The goal of everything is to get money. I want to get out of university and I want to start looking for money. Why do I need to go to school to get the money? And that is why some people, especially those people that are into music, you are looking for the easy way. They look for that is laziness. You can be successful in your music career, and you can also be a graduate. You can have a BSc, you can have an MSc. But when you just bunk school and you just want to throw away school and education, throw away knowledge, just say I want to pursue my music career, it's quite dangerous. It's a sign of mental decadence. And that is why when those people, they actually get the money, they get the fame, they don't even have the knowledge, the understanding to manage the wealth. They can't. Most of them, the money kills them. We have news of so many celebrities that die from drug abuse. They die from substance abuse, or they even die in accidents. You understand? So laziness. So when you are lazy, yesterday I wrote a post. Some people just want to wake up in the morning and they just feel like sleeping. It is demonic. If you didn't work throughout the night, you woke up early in the morning and you are not working. You have 2 hands, you have 2 legs, you have your mouth, you have your eyes, and you still want to sleep throughout the day. You might need to go for deliverance, because there's something called the spirit of laziness, and that spirit of laziness is demonic. It's not from God, because God is a hard worker. God works hard. God is still constantly working. You're a product of work. God made you because He worked. He worked for 7 days and He's still even working. Everything He made is perfect. So we need to work and shun laziness. And if you are seeing these traits in your kids, if you are parents, you are seeing these traits of laziness in your kids, most especially in this age, people want to go and sing. People want to be a footballer because they feel it's going to be easy. I don't want to do physics. I think chemistry is too hard. I think commerce, all these junks, I don't want to do it. And it's happening in our generation. And you know what? We are making a mistake. Yeah, it's good to support the passion of your children, but never encourage them to bunk school. Never encourage them to bunk Education is very important. If they want to sing, they want to play football, let them get education. Let them get educated. So education is very, 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 very important. So if you identify that trait in your children, they don't want to go to school, they just want to sing, they want to become footballers, because they have seen an easy way around it. So they don't want to engage their brain. So it's a symptom of mental decadence. And when they grow up, it's going to affect them and also going to affect the society. And that will lead me to the fourth point. The fourth symptom of mental decadence is that we are in an entertainment-driven society. Everybody wants to be entertained. We are sacrificing entertainment for education. It's very, very, very sad because it's very sad. Everybody wants to have fun. Everybody wants to cash fun. And that is the trademark of Lagos. Lagos is the happening place. You just need everywhere, everywhere is bubbling. But we don't understand how far we are behind the world. We are not actually staying in the same place. It's a retrogression. So we are actually seeing recession in a financial sense, but we are actually retrogressing in our minds. Mentally, we are retrogressing. We are backward. And we're not just moving slow. We are running backwards. The world has left us. The world has left us. So we are in the era of mental decadence where we want to be entertained. We value entertainment rather than education. And number 5, we no longer have analytical thinkers. Can you imagine we celebrating people that steal money? People that we know are corrupt. They are corrupt actually, and we still celebrate them. Now you might say you are not part of them, but what of those people that are celebrating them? That those politicians can actually go away with lots of things because they know that these guys are not thinking. The citizens of Nigeria are not thinkers. We are not thinking analytical thinking. We are not thinking of cause and effect. We are not thinking of what will happen in the next 2 years if we do this. And that is why we have we have pure water leaders. That is why we have incapable leaders, and they call themselves politicians. Yet they are not thinking analytically. They don't understand. If they are thinking analytically, they will understand that it's not just about what I want to eat. It's not just about what I want to benefit from being in this position, but what will happen to the future of my generation, because I'm going to die one day. So what am I going to leave behind? What do I want to be remembered for? When we start thinking analytically, our decisions is going to be guided. We're not just going to make any rubbish decision, because we know that whatever we do is going to have a mass effect. It's going to have a lot of effect in the society, and not just to you and your direct family, but the entire economy. And number 6, money wins over value. Money always wins over value. So if you get to discuss anything with anybody and they get to ask you, what's in it for me? If you're asking that question in Nigeria or Africa, what's in it for me means money. Okay, how am I going to benefit from this? So when you value money or you celebrate money, you're interested more in money over value. Value and money are two different things. Okay, value and money are two different things. Although value, in the long run, will also give you money, but money is a shortcut. You just get that money direct without adding value. So when you want to get money without adding value, that is a symptom of mental decadence. That means you don't want to add value. You don't want to engage your brain. You don't want to engage your mind. You don't want to engage the principles. You just want to get money. And that is why corruption is on the high side. And that is why you can never take away corruption from Nigeria, because it has happened a long time ago and it has come to stay. Everywhere is mentally decayed. We are mentally decayed because money always wins over value. Money always win over value. And number 7, lack of personal development. Development. So what is personal development? You, apart from your education, apart from your school, apart from whatever you do, apart from your job, we have to understand that we have a CPU or a motherboard, a brain box. The brain, the mind The mind needs to be developed. The mind needs to be, to constantly be upgraded. It needs to be fed with information. And the only thing that can upgrade the mind and can form the mind is what you consume by the things you read, the things you see, the things you hear. Just like the way we build up our bodies, we build up, our physical being with the food we eat, the kind of exercise we do. You also build up your mind with the books you read, the things you listen to, and the things you hear. So when you are not doing anything to develop yourself personally, you are not reading books, you are not listening to things that is going to inspire you, that's going to set your mind in the right direction. It's not just that mental decadence will set in, but the tendency of madness will set in. The tendency of madness will set in. Yesterday I was waiting for a bus at the bus stop, and I saw someone sitting, a gentleman, well dressed, and he sat down there and he was just talking to himself. He was busy talking to himself, mumbling some things. Now it's clear, he's not mad actually, but he's almost mad. Why? Because his mind, he has not learned to master his mind. I can actually tell that his mind is not developed. I can actually tell that his mind is not well built up. It's not well built up. Personally, I myself, for the past this month, I'm actually reading 2 books. I'm reading a book, Kingdom Driven Life by Sunday Adelaja. I'm reading that. Okay, I think over 300-page book. And I'm also reading Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Okay, the reason why I'm actually reading all these books is to develop my mind. Okay, we are reading these things to develop our minds, because so that I can be able to stand, I can be able to confront challenges. Life is going to throw us with different challenges, but we need to be equipped. We need to, we need to have the capacity to take charge of life. And if we don't have that, we get broken, either mentally or psychologically. Then number 8, this is very important. When you prefer sleep over reading, you prefer sleep over study, it's a sign of mental decadence. Some people, their own is movie. African Magic has actually done a good job. Some people can sit down from morning till night watching, African Magic, and they know how to do these things very well. There are some movies that have part 1, part 2, and part 3. They're going to play it for you. They're going to play it for you. So when you value sleep, you value entertainment over studying, over reading, it's a symptom of mental decadence. It's a symptom of mental decadence. That means you are just entertaining yourself. And that will take me back to the point where I said entertainment over education. Entertainment over education. So education is not just exactly, thank you, mommy, to develop our mental state. We need to develop our mental state. We need to develop it. It's not just enough to go to school, to go to church, in fact, in a work-driven society like Lagos, in a work-driven society where we go from 9 to 5, and that 9 to 5, most times we get home around 11 or we get home around 10, depending on where you're working or depending on the state of the traffic. You come back home, you sleep. It is very, very easy to be mentally depressed. Depression can easily set in. Nowadays, about the last few months, where we're having several incidences of suicide, we are thinking these things are spiritual. They are not spiritual. They are not spiritual. And you might think that the world is on their back. The world was never on their back, but they were not mentally developed. Their mental state was not all right, meaning that they might be looking good physically, but they are sick inside. They are sick inside. Lots of reasons might be the cause for that to happen. But when you develop your mind, you have the capacity, you have the strength, you have the stamina to withstand the challenges that life throws at you. And I'm going to talk about one. This might actually be the last one. And I have a reason for putting it in the last one, because it has to do with religion. Some people actually think that, I believe that God can do everything. God can do everything. God is a miracle worker. But when you value miracle over work, over process, is a sign that you have mental decay, that you are not thinking, and that your brain is gradually being sucked out. God does miracle. I believe in miracle. God is a miracle worker. But do you know that not everything is miracle. Not everything is supernatural. You know, if some people have the ability to do this, they will actually be praying that God, they will wake up early in the morning and they will see breakfast on their table. They don't want to work. It is laziness. Last 2 years when I was going to work from my house to Yaba, and around the solo, I saw a woman. This woman was selling clothes. She had an umbrella selling clothes. And do you know what she was doing? She had a Bible. Now she was reading the Bible as in constantly. She was in spirit. And yet she had clothes that she was selling. Now I could actually tell that mentally this woman is not right, because she believes that it's the Bible that she's reading that is going to bring customers. Meanwhile, some people are selling. They are selling in Oshodi, under bridge, using different tactics, using their mouths to drag customers. They are doing marketing. While you sit down there, you are reading Bible from morning to night. No angel will come and do marketing for you. Okay, even Paul, is it Paul or Peter now, that was chained up and an angel came to rescue him. The angel told him, come on bro, tie your shoelace and let's walk. The angel did not carry him. The angel did not help him to tie his shoelace. He only made sure that his handcuff was loosened. So when you are so much dependent on miracle, everything is going to be miracle. And, you know, most times it's cheating, because most especially, what do you want those people who work hard? What do you want them to get? Those people, if God were to be partial, thank God God is not partial. It's not. If He has been answering so many prayers, some people are going to be in trouble, because some people are working day and night, developing their brains, making sure that they're getting the formulas right, following the principles of work, the principles of life, following the processes, and you sit down there, you're not doing anything. You don't know anything, and you want to get that job. You're asking for favor, you're asking for miracle. And that is why most people will go and buy oil. You take oil, get water, get handkerchief. When I get to that interview, let them accept me. And you are not qualified. You know within yourself, you know inside that you are not qualified for this job. You know that you don't have the mental capacity to handle this job. Why there are some people who have the mental capacity, and yet you are praying that God will do a miracle and you will get that job. God is not that dumb. God is not that dumb. He gave you a brain for a purpose, and He gave you hands for a purpose. When you walk, you follow the principles of life. You follow the principle of sowing and reaping. That is why whether you are a black, a white, a Muslim, a Christian, a traditionalist, if you plant maize, you're going to reap maize. That is the principle of life. Because you're a Christian doesn't mean that if you throw something up, it's not going to come down. That is the principle of gravity. Everything is operating by principle. So if you are depending on God for everything, it's good to be totally dependent on God. I depend on God for everything. But when it's becoming too much, you don't want to walk. When you don't want to develop yourself and you want God to just do everything for you, there's a problem. That means you're not thinking. And in fact, God does not like those kind of people. God does not want to work with those kind of people, because when Daniel was in his age, Daniel was somebody that was sought after by all the governors, by all the leaders in his time. Daniel was sought after. He said he understood by books. He was somebody that understood. He understood life. He understood so many things. And, you know, all the great philosophers in those days respected him because he was mentally equipped. And that didn't stop him from being spiritually equipped. He was connected to God. They didn't consult him because of his relationship with God. They consulted him because of his knowledge. So as a Christian, you want to cheat people because you're a Christian. You believe that you should get it because you're a Christian. It's a lie. It won't happen. God will not do it. If God were to be answering such prayers, many people will be dying in hospitals because there are so many doctors that are not qualified to operate on you, that will be operating on you. So be thanking God that God is answering that prayer. So if you are still you are here today, you are listening to this broadcast, and you still pray that kind of prayer, you have not worked, you have not studied, you have not developed yourself, and you want to get what other people that have done that, you want to get it, you are praying for that favor, you want to outsmart them spiritually. It's a problem. God is not a traditional, it's not an herbalist. If you go to Babalawo, they can do juju for you, but God doesn't work that way. He works with principle. So if you are so much addicted to miracles, you think everything is miracle, it's a sign of mental decadence. And that is why we are where we are in Nigeria today. Because we constantly say this, and since I was young, I've been hearing this, and that only God can save Nigeria. It's a lie. We have been saying only God can save Nigeria. God will not come down and save. He has other things to do. He will come down and save Nigeria when you are there and I'm here. We need to take it upon ourselves to develop our minds, and take what rightfully belongs to us. Be in government, take over industry, take over everything. And yet we call ourselves Christians. We run away from politics. We run away from from the economy, from finance, from delicate things about life. We run away from it. So that is the last point I'm going to talk about. That is a symptom of mental decadence. When you gradually develop yourself, you'll be equipped. And even the scripture says, it was telling Joshua in Joshua 1:8, it says, study to show yourself approved. The place of study is very, very important. Read all kinds of books. Read philosophical books. Read books about the economy. Read books about finances. Empower yourself. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Thank you, Big Mommy. That's my Big Mommy here writing this comment. And she said, the human mind is the seat of life. So we need to feed our minds with the right things. And one of the ways to do this is by being informed, by reading, and we will be well informed and not deformed. Information will give us knowledge, and we will be empowered to excel. Thank you very much, Mommy. Thank you very much, Mom. In fact, that sums it all. Information is going to give us knowledge, and by that knowledge, we're going to be empowered to excel. I used to tell so many people, I used to tell them these things. When people see me, most times, should I say this? I don't know if I should say this, but I should say it anyway. They actually see me and they think I'm actually older than I look. I mean, they think I'm way too old. And I can testify to this. My MD, my last place of work, when he interviewed me, he joined in. I don't know whether he's still listening. He asked me a question when he was interviewing me. When he looked at my CV and he saw my age, that was like 2 years ago. And he looked at me, he said, are you sure you're this age? You don't look it. And I said, maybe it's because of the way you comport yourself and you compose yourself. See, when you read, when you are empowered, when you have information, the only difference between you and me and you is what you know and what I don't know, and what I know and what you don't know. That is why those who look for information, when you look for information, you get knowledge. And when you get knowledge, you're empowered to excel. You're empowered to excel. We're empowered to excel. So what I'm advocating is that we stop mental decadence. We stop mental decadence. You're a parent. Your parents should, as a parent, your children have no right to watch TV on weekdays. I don't know how you want to do it, but they need to develop their minds. They need to develop their minds. Yesterday, my Big Mommy was doing a live broadcast about Sonia Cassin, the mother of Ben Cassin, how she strategically placed her children to excel in life. And not just excel, they stood out in life. Being an illiterate herself, she didn't go to school, but she knew that these children is all I have and they must excel. And she strategically placed them on that level. They were not on TVs Monday to Friday. They were going to the libraries. They do their homework. They only watch TV on weekend, probably Saturday, and a limited number of hours. They go back to their study. They go back to the library. Before you know it, when they were kids, they might not be happy, but when they grew up, they thanked their mother for it. So as parents, you have the responsibility. You have the responsibility to guide your children on that pedestal. Not every time cartoon. Every time fun. Anytime play. They come back from school, they want to play. You say, leave them. It's their time. Leave them. In your very, very, very highs, they are going to, they're going to be mentally decayed. And when they wake up one morning and they tell you, Mommy, I don't want to go to school again, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. So I'm going to highlight the points I've discussed. Number 1, no desire for knowledge. Number 2, get rich quick schemes. These are the symptoms of mental decadence. Number 3, laziness. Number 4, entertainment-driven society. You value entertainment over education. Number 5, scarcity of analytical thinkers. There are no analytical thinkers. And number 6, money wins over value. When money it wins over value in your life, you might be having a symptom of mental decadence. And number 7, lack of personal development. You're not reading, you're not developing yourself personally in order to have the balance you need, the balance you need in life. And number 8 or 9 now, sleep wins over reading. You so much love sleep. And number 10, depending on God for everything, depending on miracles for everything. It depends on miracles for everything. So thank you very much, guys, for joining. I really do appreciate those of you that are here to share. Please share this broadcast if you know that it's making sense and I'm not actually blabbing. I also appreciate your comments also, and if you have not shared this video, please go ahead and share it. Proceed to share it, and let all your friends, especially parents and kids and young ones, especially those ones that have missed it due to the kind of society we are in. They have misplaced their priorities, they have misplaced their value. Let us begin to tell them it's very, very important to develop the mind mentally, and I think that is the way forward. If every home have this understanding, Nigeria is going to be moved to the right direction. We're going to be in the right pedestal. And thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. I'm going to see if there are any comments. If there are any comments. Like I said today, I'm not with my staple mic. So pardon me. I hope I was audible enough. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all of you who joined in. Thank you very much. I really so appreciate. And please share. As many of you that can share, please share. And next time I'm going to be coming on live. I'm going to let you know what I'm going to be talking about. Definitely still going to be on this issue of mental decadence, because it's very, 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 very prevalent in this time. It's a very important topic we need to address. And thank you very much, and do have a great day ahead. Bye.